I'm delighted to be here in Bangalore on a wonderful afternoon to be joined by Mohandas Pai. Mohan, thank you very much
Thank you very much, Lord Mayor.
I should introduce Mohan. Mohan he's one of the iconic business leaders in this particular region. You were CFO of Infosys and are now a wide-ranging influence across business across the region.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining the Business of Trust program today. And we've been talking about the 5 civic principles here. And my first question to you, Mohan, is if you had to select one, which would it be and for what reasons?
Well, I would select value to society because it encapsulates everything a business should do. The role of business is to enhance the wealth of society, to add value to society. And when you add value to society, you have to take the interest of all stakeholders together. And to do all that, you need to have integrity, you need to have competence, you need to have skills, and you need to communicate. So I would put adding value to society foremost, because the society which gives you business is society who are your consumers, society who gives you the human capital to grow the business, and society which gives you the brand.
That's fascinating. And interesting enough, I won't give away too much, but in the research that we've been doing, it's the younger generation, interestingly, who generally pick value to society for much of the reasons you've just indicated.
Yeah.
We also mentioned that I have a Leaders of Tomorrow program who've come up with a series of recommendations here. They're not the comprehensive list, but they are some good recommendations. I wonder if there was a particular recommendation that caught your eye and what that was and for what reason.
I would say have a wider purpose for a very important reason again. Today all of us know that on this planet, nobody can escape the consequences of the environmental disaster that's happening. The US cannot build boundaries in both the oceans. The UK being an island cannot get away. The air is going to come from wherever it is, right? So we need to have a wider purpose for our business all over the world and make sure whatever we do impacts society positively. Yes, we have to run business. We have to meet the expectation of our investors. We have to earn the highest level of profits. But to be sustainable, we must be in a position to make sure that it adds value to society and meets a larger purpose. If you look at companies which have similar revenue profiles, similar profitability, similar growth, why is it that some companies have higher P? Because people trust you for what you are, people believe you, and people follow you, and people know that you're trustworthy and you'll do the right thing. Nobody is infallible. You cannot say nobody will make a mistake. We are not gods. We make mistakes. We are human beings. And all these emotions, to be successful, to be aggressive, to dominate, which is there inherent in business leaders, has to be tempered by the larger purpose.
That is such a clear message and wonderfully communicated, if I can put it that way too. And I suspect you might have answered my third question, but recognizing that you have a large following and a huge community that you will influence through the great work that you are doing. If there was a single recommendation in this incredibly complex environment of trust, recognizing there is not a single simple light switch to turn on, but if there was one recommendation, what would it be?
I would say that business leaders have to be role models. And being a role model is very painful because your life is there before public scrutiny all the while. People see you and you put yourself up. You can't slip. It's very hard on you, very hard on your family because you can't let down your guard. So if you are a business leader, you have to be a role model. It cannot go otherwise. And if you're not a role model, then you'll be a failure.
So in summary, I get this very clearly. Value to society, a wider purpose, and being a role model. That's a very, very clear message. And my final question is a binary question. The principles that we've been talking to and of, and this program, the Business of Trust, can it help restore trustworthiness?
Yes, I think it can help restore trust because the global financial crisis broke the trust of the citizens in the financial leaders. Let's be very clear about it. Global financing crisis showed very clearly that the leaders who ran our financial system in some parts of the world were not up to the mark. And I think that broke the trust of the community in people. And I think you need to come back, you need to restore the trust, and for that you have to change your behavior, you have to stand up, and you have to do the right thing. And things like this, building trust by people like you, Lord Mayor, is very important because in your position, you can stand up for the set of values which people can aspire to reach. You can stand up as an exemplar. and you can go communicate to them, and people will believe you. People will trust you. So I'm very happy that you're running this program, and hopefully this will restore trust.
Thank you. It has been an absolute delight to talk to you this afternoon, and I really, really, really appreciate you engaging in our business of trust.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so, so much.
Thank you. Thank you a lot.